The Stoic 8 Principles to Help You Keep Calm in Chaos. What is Stoicism? There is one branch of philosophy just for people who work in the real world, Stoicism. It's designed to help us be more resilient, happy, virtuous, and wise, all qualities that end up improving our quality of life. Stoicism is a philosophy that's been around for a long time, and people from all walks of life have practiced it. From kings and presidents to artists, writers, and entrepreneurs. Marcus Aurelius, Frederick the Great, Montaigne, George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, Adam Smith, John Stuart Mill, Theodore Roosevelt, General James Mattis, just to name a few, were all influenced by Stoic philosophy. 8 Principles to Help You Keep Calm in Chaos. 1. Focus on what you can control. One of the most important aspects of Stoic philosophy is to learn how to differentiate what you can change and what you cannot. Once you know the difference, it becomes much easier for you to focus on positive changes in your life. A key downfall of our society is that we spend too much time and energy worrying about things outside of our control. And how much time is too much time? The Stoics would say anything more than 0. Why? Trying to control things outside of your sphere of influence is a difficult and exhausting endeavor that can come with the cost of losing focus on what you do have control over. Conclusion: practicing Stoicism in your everyday life. 2. Find someone you respect and use them to stay honest. When I first started blogging, I had no idea how to be a real writer. My college courses were not relevant to my aspirations and career goals, so it was difficult to find motivation until I discovered some great poet online. Whenever I look for inspiration and guidance, one of the first people I tend to look at is someone I greatly respect. They may not be in my profession or come from the same industry, but their work ethic and the value they provide are worth learning from. Whenever you take on a new project, there's always someone that you can learn from. You can read about their story and get an idea of what they do. You can also study their technique and style to emulate the way they got their results. You can listen to interviews or even reach out to them by sending an email. You can discover patterns of success and be inspired by it. This isn't a comparison, and it doesn't mean you're a failure if things don't work out. Even the most successful people have taken time to get there. Instead of just copying other heroes, how can you learn from what they do? What their teachings and principles are and how they help you to grow, learn, and create. Despite being successful in whatever field, everyone has their own heroes/mentors to look up to. 3. Take action. One image of a Stoic person might be someone sitting still, without any feelings or reactions. This doesn't align with the Stoic philosophy. They weren't advocates of sitting back, they believed in taking action and trying to change what can be changed. As such, they would recommend different strategies in this given scenario. You refuse to be a passive victim of your circumstances and work hard to make your life better. You are proactive, and even if you're going through hell, you keep going. 4. Be virtuous. Ancient Stoics believed that virtue is all-important to authenticity and a sense of fulfillment, rather than the pursuit of pleasures. The path to happiness, in their view, was a good life characterized by integrity and ethical behavior. Stoics believe that virtue is the most important thing in life, and when you have it, you will automatically be happy. They focus on eudaimonia, or having a good life, not just being in a good mood. A Stoic would say that virtue includes happiness and peace of mind, which are both side effects. The Stoics have a sincere, deep-held belief that they should serve others. They don't do this to make themselves happy, rather, it is essential for them to live as a virtuous person. 5. Recognize there is life after failure. Everyone knows that putting time and effort into a project can turn out to be a waste. You could end up ignored or reprimanded. I've done it before. I spent an entire year on a project thinking it would do well. When it was finally finished, it was my most vulnerable work yet. The outcome was similar to having a baby and all the doctors laughing out loud, saying, "My goodness, that is an ugly baby." Failure is often a difficult experience to come back from, but it's not the end of the world. The things you learn from a failure will help you do better work in the future. I originally learned this while recovering from a failed project, and now it's something that helps me every day. Growth doesn't happen unless you fail first, so embrace your mistakes and try to. 6. Challenge yourself to be brutally honest. A lot of times you don't realize why you failed to stick to your goals and behave according to your standards. Ask yourself why you didn't do the thing that you know is better for yourself, and focus on what steps will help you begin doing it. It's important to pay attention to the urges that prevent you from showing up, engaging, committing, and being present. Work out what's causing it, find out why you're feeling it. Think about what it takes to push past inertia when you're resistant. That's your cue. Of course, it's difficult to retrain ourselves this way, but look at the long-term benefits. This isn't about talent or some unconscious reflex. Developing self-awareness is like building a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it becomes. 7. Remind yourself that time is our most precious resource. One of the things I enjoy about Stoic philosophy is that death is at the forefront of their thoughts. They realized, as humans are mortal, that death recurs in many facets of life. It's important to realize how the hours you spend today count just as much as the ones that are coming. There's no guarantee of what might happen tomorrow, so don't take any time or good memories for granted. Stick to your goals and make the most out of every day. It's often said that every day is an opportunity to improve. This is true, but it extends much further than a cliché thought. Every day we have the chance to learn and appreciate what we can achieve. We are totally responsible for our own lives as well, so it's important not to forget that, no matter what happens. When it comes to Seneca, most of his teachings are timeless and they can be applied to life right now, or this quote from poets encourages one to get acquainted with archaic expressions and the use of excessive metaphors. Everyone needs to remember that what they do and how they live inside their daily lives should be focused on the principles that they have. It's important to avoid comparing, criticizing, and consuming as much as possible. Instead, people should focus on creating more, learning new things, and living more in the moment. 8. Exercise your will. Stoicism is all about life's inevitable ups and downs and how to deal with them. The central message, in my view, is that you should regain control of your impulses. That could mean doing things that feel hard for the sake of doing the right thing. Stoics are not emotionless. While they reject being controlled by their emotions, they're not refusing to have feelings altogether. They also think it's better for everyone else and themselves when feeling doesn't dictate their actions, which is why they try to do what is morally right regardless of how they feel at any given moment. When time and opportunity have passed, if you still have the will to do good, then you should do it. It's important to come up with a long-term goal and work towards making it happen. This thought process can help you overcome obstacles that might otherwise stand in your way. You don't have to be on the lookout for your own needs as much when you place a focus on the success of others. Binge-watching Netflix can be substituted with reading, which can help you develop important skills that may come in handy in the future. The benefits of practicing Stoicism. 1. You'll care less what people think. 2. You'll waste less time. 3. You'll remember what's in your control. 4. You'll stop being so distracted. 5. You'll want less. Thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe and watch the video on the screen.